According to new CBS News polling that we were just talking about, 68% of Americans say they are worried about the war with Iran. 62% say they believe the president does not have a clear plan. For more on this, let's bring in our CBS News Elections and Surveys Executive Director, the man who knows all the numbers, Anthony Salvanto. Anthony, help us make sense of all of this, because we had Olivia Rinaldi on earlier from Washington who said basically our polling shows that Americans are stressed out about this war. What are you finding?
Well, that's true. But those things you mentioned at the top are connected in the sense that people don't like uncertainty. And so when they don't, as you described, when they don't feel they understand what the goals are, well, that leads to that uncertainty, and that leads for a lot of them to a lot of that stress and worry. So let me show you this. This 38% versus 62% who feel the president doesn't have a clear plan. But if you dig into that a little bit more, let me show you this. When you talk about how has the U.S. clearly explained its goals, you get some similar numbers, 66%. They haven't done that yet. But if you dig deeper and say, OK, why do you feel that way? They think that it's the goals. It's the goals have been changing. Not that they haven't articulated anything, but they've been changing. And that speaks to that sense of uncertainty. But so how is it that people are supposed to evaluate this conflict? And that's what leads to it.
So, all right, what does this poll tell us then about how people are feeling vis-a-vis the economy based on what is happening globally?
OK, so start with gas prices, because people will tell you that that's one of the most immediate ways that they evaluate the overall economy. In fact, when you ask them, what is it you're evaluating, this number has been rising, gas prices, and people overwhelmingly tell us they're going up.
But I'm surprised that gas is too behind prices of food and services.
This is more general, and this has been going on. So context here is important. People have been wrestling with inflation since the pandemic. So that's ongoing. And now gas prices has come up.
Right.
It was lower on this list, but it's bounced up.
So this question is about the economy in general, not related to the war in Iran necessarily?
Well, here's how it connects to the war with Iran. And that is, you look at, first of all, the president and his handling of things, but also this. What do gas prices do to your pocketbook? Well, for half the country, they describe them as a hardship or difficult to pay, as opposed to just an inconvenience, right? So that's number one. And then back to the president for a moment, you see that his numbers for handling, again, more broadly, inflation have gone down. This is as low as they've gotten. And that's all connected, again, to gas prices and what people have been paying throughout.
Anthony, forgive me if I don't know this, but did you also poll Republicans and Democrats, or is this just the overall electorate? It's
the overall electorate. If you break this out by Republicans and Democrats, what's really interesting, and I'm not sure I have the slide, but I'll just tell you, is that Republicans continue to give the president strong ratings for the war and overall and immigration. There's a 20-point gap between how they rate him on immigration and how they rate him on inflation, which tells you that across the board, Americans of all political stripes are feeling the effects of this.
Wow. Such great analysis. Anthony Salvanto, thank you for showing us ourselves. We so appreciate it.
Thank you.